You can't keep getting away with this! You can't keep getting away with it! Whoa, bro.
To give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
Hey guys, so yeah, I had to make this video, man, because it has been bothering me for the last few days after seeing the Flash trailer. Like, it's just, this world's just so messed up, man. Like, someone like Ezra Miller can still have work, and then Will Smith just loses everything. Yeah, I don't really agree with him slapping Chris Rock, but losing his whole career over it, where Ezra Miller, he's just done so many awful things, like, you know, when he kidnapped that girl and was on the one from the police. He even went to jail for that, but still got out. And just all the other things he's done, like abusing women, just robbing, like just all the charges he's done, and he's not really paying for it. But then Will Smith, he just like loses his whole career. And to the degree, man, this world's still really racist, man. Yeah. Because if Ezra Miller was black, he wouldn't be that lucky. Like, he's just so well protected, man. Yeah. For him to still have a big movie coming out, and everyone doesn't even, a lot of people are against him being in the movie, where some people will literally watch it online instead of, you know, actually wanting to watch the movie. Because who wants to watch a movie that literally has an actual criminal as the main character in real life? Like, all the bad things he's done, man. It's just a joke. But I guess we'll get into this article from Fandom Raya. So this is where pirating comes in. Fans have become so frustrated with Ezra Miller, you know, me included. They're openly declaring they will pirate the Flash rather than line his pockets. I mean, someone like him shouldn't even still have a career. All the bad things he's done, man. It's just a joke. What is this generation, man? We're living in a, I have to say, fucked up world right now. And I have to say it, yeah, it's a fact, man. Just even Amber Heard, she still has a career and still going to be in DC films as well. And then Henry Cavill, they just got rid of him for no reason when he was the perfect Superman. He just never really got a chance to have like the best script, and then when James Gunn comes, he decides to get rid of him instead of finally unleashing Henry Cavill's potential. It's just because Henry Cavill literally gave up a wall to be in the DC films fully, like commit to it, but then he just gets fired anyway. It's messed up, man. Yeah. And Amber Heard, I just don't understand how she's still going to be in the DCU after all the shit with Johnny Depp and the trial. Like, what the fuck is this, man? This world, man. So yeah, ever since the video of Ezra Miller assaulting a female fan surfaced on internet, there has been chaos in the DCEU. The incident that took place in April 2020 is still a burning topic among fans. They were quite vocal about their opinion on the actor. He raised the issue regarding the casting of Ezra Miller, the Flash solo movie, but what was not expected in the DCEU, ignoring fans appealing to continuing to work with Miller, which, why the fuck would DC still continue to work with someone like that? That could damage their reputation, but you know, Velma's already done a lot of that. But literally keeping a criminal as your starring role in one of your big movies, it's stupid, man. To me, they could have got Frank Gustin after the Flash like final season, and then he could have replaced him or something. He could have been like a temporary Flash. It didn't have to be like, it's like what Doctor Who's doing right now by bringing back David Tennant. They could have did something like that. Just like, it's just a placeholder for someone who people prefer, and then, you know, until they get the new actor, you know, like you get to see people's favourite, like what they're doing with Doctor Who in, you know, late 2023, bringing back David Tennant. Like, they could have did that with Frank Gustin's everyone's favourite Flash. Like, it would have made the most sense, especially since this show's over now. But no, they decided to stay with this disgrace of a human being. It's just stupid, man. The movie is set to release, and fans have once again taken it to Twitter to express their frustrations due to the lack of action by DC Studios. It's just a joke, man. The shocking incident involving Ezra Miller, what really happened in Reykjavik. back in 2020, the DCEU community was in for a shock when an incident involving actor Ezra Miller made headlines. I mean, you've even got flipping video footage of what he did, and he's still the main star, and he's even done even worse things since then. Like, what the hell, man? So yeah, it made headlines on April 6th. A video went viral that showed Miller choking a female fan before dragging her to the ground in the bar in Reykjavik, Iceland. Oh my god, it's just stupid, man. That nothing's been done about this. I mean, he did go to jail for a bit, but he just got out straight away. It's just a joke, man. The altercation had actually taken place on April 1st, but the video was filmed by bystander and started circulating in the media a few days later. I bet some people probably thought it was like a joke at first because, you know, April 1st, but it was actually real, and just all the things he's done since then. It's just stupid, man. Like, someone like this can just get away with so much. The video showing a young woman approaching Miller who uses them pronouns, and she's dancing towards them, and Miller can be heard saying, "Oh, you want to fight? That's what you want to do?" And he just starts, you know, choking her. It's like, oh my god. I mean, it looks like she's taking that as a joke, so I wasn't sure if it was real at first. But then, you know, when certain stuff started to come out, and then all the things he's done since, yeah, I was like, this is the Flash. I mean, before I even heard about all this stuff, I didn't really have a problem with his Flash. It seemed like it was just an okay Flash, and that's from just watching the Justice League. But then, once I found out all the things he was doing, I couldn't really respect him anymore. Like, and it just got really, really, really bad. And I just thought, yeah, he's going to jail. He's gonna have to pay for what he's done. But then, no, he gets out of jail, and then we find out that he's still going to be the Flash, and the movie's still going to flipping come out in cinemas. A flipping criminal gets to still have a movie coming out in cinemas. Like, what? It makes no sense. Because look at what happened to Will Smith's new movie. Like, no one cared about that movie because people don't like Will Smith anymore. I mean, I can't say I respect him right now, but I'm not gonna completely give up on him redeeming himself. Like, yeah, he slapped Chris Rock and it was wrong, but it's not like he did something really awful, like assault a woman on stage or something. Like, literally tried to strangle her to death or something like that. Like this guy, like, my god. And just all the things he's done, like, that are way worse. It's a joke. So that was seen grabbing the fan by the throat. The video cuts out as the woman is thrown to the ground, and bystander can be heard trying to defuse the situation. So yeah, Ezra Miller was a beloved figure in the DCEU community. I mean, I'm not really reading all this because since I didn't like Justice League, to me it was a shit movie. I mean, there was some good moments, but at the end of the day, it was a shit movie. But then they had like a Syndicate that I didn't watch, and I'm definitely not watching it now because I'm just sick of seeing this guy's face, man. Ugh, he's just a terrible person, man. Yeah, I'm just not reading all this anyway. So the DCEU community reacts to the casting of Ezra Miller, the Flash. Fans of the DCU were quick to react to the news, and many were left feeling shocked and upset. Some even called for Miller to be removed from the upcoming Flash movie. Despite the outcry from fans, the DCU did not take action against the actor and have continued with the film, which is set to release this year. Read more. Warner Bros. Studios reportedly saw that Ezra Miller, the Flash, they are comparing to Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. Stop. Just stop. It's just too much. And then this is like the perfect comment to basically show that how racist Hollywood is. Because yeah, so Miller continued involving the film and left many fans feeling unheard and disheartened, and the situation had created a rift in the DCEU community. So yeah, this is the comment where I'm just like, yeah, Hollywood's racist. So it's so insane to me that the Flash movie is still coming out when Ezra Miller has several charges against them, and yet we still have people talking about how traumatized they were when Will Smith at the Oscars. Hollywood is so backwards. Yeah, it makes no sense. Like, someone can do all those awful things, but then Will Smith just slaps someone on stage, and then, oh my god, he's an awful human being. Like, it's just, I mean, like I said, I don't like what he did at the Oscars, and I haven't respected him since, but for him to lose his whole career over it, it's kind of a joke compared to what Ezra Miller's done. Even Amber Heard, man, like, it's just, what? I truly hope Ezra Miller's The Flash movie flops. Yeah, me too. If this movie actually succeeds, this world is broken, man. I'm sorry. Like, what is wrong with the people? I'm sorry, but if you go see this movie, and I don't care if you're gonna go watch it just for Batman, if you actually pay money for this movie, you're literally giving money to a criminal. You're literally making yourself get robbed. I'm not even care what you think. Like, that's literally what you're doing. It's just a joke. This actually all happened, man. Yeah. it's just stupid, and they're trying to use Batman to sell this movie. It remains to be seen how things will play out in the future, but for now, the incident from 2020 is still a source of frustration for many fans, including me, man. I mean, I can't even say I'm a big fan of this, but it's just a joke what's happened, man. Someone like this can just get away with so much and doesn't pay for it. Doesn't pay for what it's done, man. To me, it shows how broken this world is right now. And I just hate this generation anyway. And just seeing how kids just react to certain stuff, like the way how they deal with things, like how we used to deal with things back in the day. Like people, bringing knives to school and stuff. There's just so many things I've seen, not just this, but I'm just talking about things in general where this generation just feels, messed up. Like some of the things that kids are getting like exposed to, it's kind of messing them up, man. And I kind of feel sorry for them, man. And I don't even know if I'd want a kid right now because in this generation, man, you would have to shoot them so much because all this crap that's happening in this world right now, it's a mess. Yeah. I mean, if stuff like this can just be put under the rug, like, man, I can't even imagine how worse things could get. I mean, from Amber Heard to this with Ezra Miller, like, what's going to be next? Like, because look at Kevin Spacey. At least that was a time where it wasn't just going to let an actor get away with what he did to women, all the things he did. Like, he literally got taken out of his own show and removed from basically existed in the show, and they just replaced a new main character in it. Well, I think it was like one of the side characters, but they basically became the main character, and like they just got rid of Kevin Spacey like ever existing in the show, unless you just watched the previous seasons to know that he was in the show. But say if you never heard of House of Cards, you wouldn't know that Kevin Spacey was actually in it at this point, because they've just completely removed him being known to be in the flipping show at this point. Yeah. So I think I don't even know if they actually have. I don't even know, because I never actually got into House of Cards, but just the way how they dealt with that situation, it shows the difference from flipping what's happening now with Ezra Miller. Like, he can just get away with such disgraceful stuff and still have a career. It's just a joke. Yeah. And just DCEU, well, the DC studio Warner Brothers, which to me they're just scum at this point. Yeah. I don't know. They're becoming worse than Disney to me with the stuff they're doing. With Disney, they're trying to get a certain people to watch their movies, and they've just destroyed the Marvel's cinematic universe and even their animated films, because they used to be king. Yeah, it's just a joke now. But DC, man, literally letting a criminal be their main star in their movie, and then bringing back Amber Heard after that trial. Like, she's still working with DC after all that. And basically Aquaman and flipping Henry Cavill's Superman, they're all gone. And they're the main characters of their movies, but then it's a joke, man. I mean, I ain't got nothing else to say, man. It's just a terrible situation, man. And nothing's been done about it all this time from 2020 to now. Like, he's still out free, possibly doing more bad things right now. It's a joke, man. I mean, hopefully someday he'll pay for what he's done, but for now, he's free, yeah, doing whatever he wants. Yeah. If someone ends up dead, we can blame Hollywood for that. Yeah, and DC. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. It's a terrible situation, but yeah. But yeah, what do you guys think? I guess I'll just end the video here. Appreciate if you can leave a like. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Man this world.